Hello, and welcome to part one of this four-part nutrition coaching series. In this video, we're going to go over the foundations of healthy eating, macronutrients, things like proteins, carbs, fats, fiber, and water. So let's get straight into it. By the end of this video, you'll have a pretty good understanding of the foundations of good nutrition. So here's the easy way to eat healthy. Here are two pictures of what I'm going to explain in the next 10 minutes or so. So in order to eat healthy, we want to have 1 to 2 palms of protein. We want to have 1 to 2 palms of vegetables or fruits, I'll say, and then 1 to 2 palms of carbohydrates and 1 to 2 palms of fats. I'm going to explain what those are and how to get them. But when you're building a meal, the foundation, step one, the first thing we want is protein. So it doesn't have to be red meat. Obviously, you see red meat here. I'm going to go over other options, but the first thing you're looking for when you eat a meal is the protein. So if you're going to eat oatmeal, where's the protein? If you're going to eat rice or pizza or something, where's the protein? Start with the protein. And that's how we do it. So let's get straight to it. Proteins are the building blocks of the body. Your muscle, hair, skin, hormones, enzymes, and antibodies are made of protein. You are a walking piece of protein. And when you move and use your body a lot, you need more protein. Okay? Protein is your #1 nutrition priority because it helps with mood, performance, fat loss, and muscle gain, because it helps us preserve muscle, it helps us stay full, it's the least likely to be stored as fat, and it burns the most calories just by eating it, something called the thermic effect of food. So protein is everything. Protein is the foundation. If you're new to nutrition coaching or any kind of dieting, protein is the foundation. To make sure you're getting enough, if you exercise, which you should be, you want to eat about 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight. So if you want to weigh 150 pounds, you eat 150 grams of protein. If you don't want to track, which you totally do not have to track, just eat 1 to 2 palms of protein per meal. Here are some good protein sources. So the best protein sources are going to be animal-based protein, because they're the most bioavailable, meaning they're the easiest to digest, and they have the most nutrients, the most nutritional value. If you can't eat animal-based, then some plant-based options are fine. To go into this eat some and eat less categories, the real difference is the amount of fat content. So the leaner the protein, the better for our bodies. The more fat it has, or the more processed, like these protein powders, then the less nutritional value and the more fat, like the bacon and stuff like that. So yeah, generally you want to stay in the eat more categories. So that's protein. If you're not eating enough protein, nothing else matters. Like, stop worrying about supplements or anything else, carbohydrates, anything else. Focus on protein. That's the first place to start. If you're working with me and we're working together, I want to see that you're eating protein every meal. So you send me a picture of your protein, right? Either 1 to 2 palms of protein, it's a piece of chicken, steak, whatever. Or if you want to measure, you can measure the exact amount. Next, most important thing after protein is fat. So we need protein and fat just to live. Fats are essential because every single cell in your body, the membrane, the outer membrane of every single cell in your body is made of fat. So fats are essential. We need them to make hormones, absorb nutrients, and perform other functions. Now, there are different types of fat. You've probably heard of saturated, unsaturated, omega-3, omega-6 cholesterol, and we need all of them. Yes, we need saturated fat and we need cholesterol because these give structure to the cell membrane. They also help us to synthesize vitamin D, to create hormones, and perform other things. If you have an older doctor, you might have heard them say that eggs are bad for you. This is based on outdated research funded by Big Pharma to promote statins, which lower your blood cholesterol. They're earning over $15 billion per year. It's the most profitable drug, and it's based on faulty studies. There are many studies that show that eating up to 35 eggs per day does not raise your blood cholesterol. So there's one from 1970s, there's even one 24 eggs per day from just recently 2024. Eggs are healthy, so don't avoid them. Here's a video if you want to watch some more about it. And this is linked down below in this video. So we want to eat 1 to 2 thumbs of fat per meal. Here we have some almonds, avocado, and here are some healthy options. So eat more extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, Yolks, eggs, good. Fats, nuts and seeds, all of that is good. Coconut. These are a little bit less good. And really, so what makes something good or less good is the ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 and saturated to unsaturated. The really good fats are more unsaturated and have more omega-3. If you want to learn about the specifics of different cooking oils, you can read about that at seedoils.com. But yeah, a little bit of dark chocolate is good, a little bit of cream, a little bit of cheese. We want to avoid, for the most part, bacons. The one thing that I do disagree with this image is butter. I think grass-fed butter is actually really good for you. Avoid the vegetable oils. Canola oil is poison. So that's fats. If you get protein and fat, so once you've mastered your protein, then you focus on fat. The next category is determined by your goal. So if your goal is to build muscle, we want you focused on carbohydrates. If your goal is to lose fat, we want you focused on fiber. So the next priority, the priority list goes protein as number 1. Then we're focused on fats. We want to make sure that you have exactly what your body needs. After that comes, based on your goal, either carbohydrates for muscle gaining or fiber for fat loss. So carbohydrates are not required for your body, but they will help you recover and they help you perform better. You want to eat carbohydrates in ratio to your activity level. If you are running around, you're a construction worker, you're constantly moving and you're exercising, we want you to eat a good amount of carbohydrates. If you are an office worker and you sit at a desk, you don't need a lot of carbohydrates and it's more likely to be stored as fat. So yeah, 1 to 2 cups of carbs per meal. Here are some healthy carbs. What makes a carb more healthy or less healthy is the amount of nutrients in it, but also the rate of digestion. Slower digesting carbohydrates like rice, potatoes, beans, these give you energy for a long time. So they're not going to spike your blood sugar, they're going to give you long energy to fuel your body. More processed things like pure sugar, we want to avoid because it's going to spike your blood sugar, it's going to give you a rush of energy, and then you're going to crash. It's going to promote fat storage, and it's not going to give you long-term energy. So that's good and bad. Carbohydrates get demonized, but if you eat healthy carbohydrates, it will 100% help you lose fat, build muscle, and feel and look great. So don't avoid carbohydrates. If your goal is primarily fat loss, we want you to focus on fiber. Fiber is also not required. You don't need fiber, but it speeds up your metabolism and can improve digestion. You can think of fiber as just, it cleanses your organs. All fruits and vegetables have fiber. You want 1 to 2 fists of fiber per meal. I like to get my fiber from fruit. I'm highly active, so I use the carbohydrates. If you're less active, then vegetables are probably better. Here's some fiber options. You can see fruit has fiber, vegetables, there's fiber. Beans have the most fiber. They have a tremendous amount of fiber. So if you need a rush of fiber, you have a stomach ache or something like that, anyone with digestive issues, playing around with your fiber is likely to help with that. So eating more fiber, some vegetables. The last macronutrient, which some people might say is not a macronutrient, but of course it is water. Water is incredibly essential for your body to function well. Your brain is 80% water. Your body is 60% water. If you don't have enough water, you're going to be stupid and unhealthy. So get enough water. The recommended amount is half of your body weight in ounces per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want 75 ounces. Here's a chart to understand what that is. If you weigh 150 pounds, you want roughly 9 cups or a little bit more than half a gallon of water per day. So personally, I don't track my water, but what I'll do is I start my day by chugging water. So I'll chug like 4 to 6 glasses of water right away, and then I drink water throughout the day. But it's not something that I particularly track unless I'm on a cut or need to lose body fat. So you can track your water if you want, or just wake up in the morning and drink a ton of water. But yeah, water is essential. So that's the introduction to healthy eating, the foundations of good nutrition, macronutrients, things that your body needs to perform and feel good. In the next video, we're going to discuss micronutrients and antioxidants, things that help you stay healthy and help your body function even better. Until next time, peace.